Hi everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, and I want to talk about singer Angie Stone, the late singer Angie Stone. Her family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit claiming basically negligence, that the truck driver was being distracted at the time of the crash. And we're going to get into the details of how they were distracted. Now, before we do, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. One thing that I want to point out as I read this copy to you is that I've heard so many different stories surrounding Angie Stone's passing on March the 1st of this year. The only common thing that I've heard in all of the stories is that initially the Sprinter van, it did crash. And then that's when it kind of varies. Like I've heard, Angie was able to be pulled from the Sprinter van. And after she gets out, the tractor trailer comes and hits her. That story really supported the conspiracy theory, if you will, that perhaps, on some level, the industry was a part of allegedly, taking her out, ending her life, because we all know that in late December 2024, Angie Stone went live on her Instagram saying that she discovered that someone had been stealing her music publishing and she planned on exposing them. And she said that they were under the umbrella of a really big music label. I don't even want to say their names. I don't want to say the acronym, but you all have heard of it. You can check out her IG Live, but definitely this music group in terms of a major record label music group. And she said she was going to expose them. Then a little over 2 months later, March 1st, her life is over. So let's get into this latest copy of the accident. It is going to talk about, again, how the truck driver was distracted. And, I will give my commentary throughout. So the family of the late R&B singer Angie Stone has filed a wrongful death lawsuit alleging a chain of negligence led to the 62-year-old's tragic death following a violent van crash and subsequent tractor-trailer collision in Alabama. The incident unfolded on March the 1st as Angie Stone, her family, and bandmates were traveling in a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van from a performance in Mobile, Alabama, back to Atlanta. According to the lawsuit, the van's driver lost control on I-65 in Montgomery County, causing the vehicle to veer off the road and overturn, coming to rest in the left lane. While passengers survived the initial rollover and attempted to exit the van, tragedy struck minutes later. A CRST tractor trailer barreled into the disabled vehicle at nearly 70 miles per hour without braking. Stone was ejected from the Sprinter van and pinned beneath it, suffering fatal injuries. So, that is a variation from what I heard earlier this year about her being able to be removed from the Sprinter van once it was disabled. And after she was removed from the van, the tractor trailer hit her. But again, that was a great supportive story of the conspiracy theory that she was more so taken out. Because if you visualize that in your mind, she's been pulled from the wreckage. Maybe she's sitting on the ground, or maybe she's standing up like with her hands on her knees, like breathing like, oh my gosh. And then this tractor trailer just comes and hits her, very final destination, right? So I have a feeling that that story was put out there to kind of really fuel the rumor, like, was she taken out by the industry? So let's continue on. The lawsuit targets the truck driver, CRST, which when I Googled, they're basically like a transporting company, Daimler Truck, Detroit Diesel, the Sprinter van driver, and its owners. It accuses the truck driver of negligence, including driving distracted with headphones, while also claiming the truck's braking system was defective. The van's driver and owners are also accused of negligence, with the driver allegedly uninsured at the time. So it sounds like Angie Stone's children, they hired a very thorough attorney who researched everyone involved, not just the driver of the CRST tractor trailer. Because again, initially the Mercedes Sprinter van lost control and rolled. So I don't know if that driver was speeding or if they too was distracted. And then they're also suing the driver of the CRST tractor trailer. But even with the Sprinter van, that driver was uninsured. So, it's a matter of, I'm guessing perhaps Angie Stone's family tried to file, all of the insurance claims with the owners of the Mercedes Sprinter van plus his driver. That's how they learned that they were uninsured. And then they must have tried to file claims with CRST and Daimler Truck and Detroit Diesel. I definitely see them getting a settlement just between all of the different entities that they are suing. I'm pretty sure that they will get some sort of settlement, because it is giving definitely the driver of the Sprinter van who kind of popped this all off, because had they never disabled the Mercedes van, we don't really know if the driver of the CRST tractor trailer was ever going to hit them. You know what I'm saying? They were on a freeway that's roadway without traffic lights. It's not like they were going to have to stop anytime soon. So the driver of the Sprinter van really started this entire tragedy off. So I definitely see them. I mean, I'm not an attorney, of course, and if it's a jury trial, I'm not a juror, but I think that their attorney is pretty thorough, and it seems like they're covering all of their bases. And I definitely think that they will get some sort of settlement. Angie Stone's kids, in my opinion, they've handled it very well. It's been 6 months now already. I've never seen or heard of her son or her daughter taking live to Facebook or Instagram to go in on the music industry or the music label that their mom was speaking of in late December. They haven't said ill of any of these defendants who is a part of their lawsuit. So I think that her children are being very smart about this, and I definitely think that they are going to come out on top. They're very strong to even focus to work with an attorney and to be able to file this lawsuit, and they're so young. I think Angie Stone's son with D'Angelo is just about 25 years old, and her daughter Diamond is like 40, but that's still young, to lose your mom. So I feel really bad for them, but I know that they are strong because they're even able to focus and file this lawsuit. So Angie Stone's family and Hopkins are seeking wrongful death and injury damages, punitive damages, and coverage of attorney's fees and litigation costs. So I'm guessing they've definitely, again, filed the insurance claims. That's how they knew the driver of the Sprinter van was uninsured. And, just depending on all of the rigmarole and the limits, whatever they were not able to get, they were unsatisfied. So then they have filed this lawsuit. And I think that, to me, it seems like they've done everything correct. So I do think that Angie Stone's kids will be successful at getting something. But, yikes, the way that she died, it was such a tragic crash. It was so violent. And I think that if I was a conspiracy theorist, I would still be pretty convinced that it's a very good chance that this was some sort of hit, because by there being like 2 drivers involved, I think that could serve as a distraction. If you say, well, no, it has nothing to do with her being in the music industry because the Sprinter van lost control and then the van rolled and it was disabled. That's why the driver of the tractor trailer hit her. Plus, they were going 70 miles per hour. Plus, they had their headphones on. But what if that was just a distraction to not see? Because if it was just the tractor trailer randomly like hitting them off the road, then one might think conspiracy theory, was it a hit? But if the van that she was already in lost control, what if it's just a distraction? And then she was the only one to lose her life. Nobody else did. So if I was in my conspiracy theory bag, I would definitely still be convinced that, it's a possibility that it could have been a setup. What do you think? Do you think that it's just a random act of a very tragic accident for the van for her to be in was in an accident and then a tractor trailer comes and makes it worse? Or do you think there's more to the story? I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you are having a great day by the time you see this video. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of another work week and the weekend is already here. Thank goodness it's still September. We still have, some weeks left of mild weather. The sun still comes out. So if it's really warm where you are, definitely take advantage and go for a walk outside, whether it's right in your neighborhood or at the park. If you have cider mills or apple orchards, they're probably open already. I went last weekend. Definitely check it out. That's always a nice outing. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.